We're all here.
We're all here?
Yep.
Stanley King here, Stanley King channel.
You all right, bro?
Oh, that was rough to watch. He just stuffed the front end, but yeah, you know, when it's time for a ride, it's time for a ride.
Yeah, that was the last hill.
That was the end of the ride there, but here we are at the start. You know when it's hot and you just want to get out and do a ride? Well, we jumped in the trucks and headed about 2 hours north of town, but way up in the forest. And we found this sweet little single track. There were 9 of us out on the trail. You know how that is when you're hanging out with the boys, and just rained the night before, rained the night before that, and the ground is what we like to refer to as chocolate cake. You know what that means? Unlimited traction, the sand, the dirt, everything just changes its consistency, and it's time to pin it to win it. And man, I love these conditions. This only happens a few times a year here in Nevada, where you can get out and you have perfect weather, 70 degrees, wet ground, you get all your buddies together. It's just one of those, what do they call it, a bluebird day, right? But yeah, got Byron there, my buddy, and then John behind him. And we jumped, the 3 of us, into like a little train. There are multiple groups in this. The so-called super fast guys, they weren't enjoying the scenery as much as we were, but we were moving. But the 3 of us, we stuck together for about, I'd say it was 10 minutes solid. But it was so much fun to just be right on the 6 on John. He's a hell of a rider. And the guy in front of him, Byron, he got on dirt bikes about 1.5 years ago, and he took to it like a duck does to water. It was amazing to watch, and now he's just trucking. He's not really a forest rider. He doesn't really like riding through the trees, but now he does. First time I saw him do it after learning in the open desert, he was a little shocked, but now he's got the hang of it. So I'd like to say a very special hello, by the way. This is the funny thing with my channel. We've got 16,000 plus subscribers now all over the world. And I was just looking. I was looking and I saw that there were guys in Nepal who they were tagging my channel. I guess they wanted me to see what they were riding. And they were riding these little crappy 125s, and they were having the time of their life on these like super gnarly roads. And I thought, man, that'd be fun to ride over there in Nepal. Same thing I saw in Thailand. And like I said, I want to say a very special hello to a young rider. Every time I get a message from him, he calls me Stanley King. He doesn't just call me Stan or Stanley. And yeah, I've become friends with his dad, and he actually will put me on the phone with this kid. And he goes, "Oh, hi Stanley King, how you doing?" It's amazing. This kid's in Guatemala and he speaks perfect English. And he rides Enduro with his old man. And he's now got a little Husqvarna, and he's starting to be a single track junkie himself. So yeah, big hello to Carlito down there in Guatemala, man. Just keep riding, buddy. You can do this for life. I'm up at 56 years old now, and I'm in the best shape of my life, and I get so much joy and fun out of this, and it's so great hanging out with the guys and riding. It is just awesome. But yeah, so these conditions here in the trail, it was just so swoopy and so much fun. I'm on a 2024 KTM 300XC. That guy in front of me is on a 24 Husqvarna 300 Pro. I had the chance to ride one of those last week, and man, that is a really nice bike. And that guy's a hell of a rider. Later on, he did a hill climb, and I couldn't even believe what he was doing. He's a super hard enduro guy, and he just went up this hill, super steep, second gear, just pinned it all the way up. And Byron there's on a 350. I think it's a 24 as well. Really nice bike, 4-stroke, but I won't hold that against him. There's my buddy Tony. That was the guy whose bike was all steamed up earlier. He went out and he was like, man, I go, dude, you're at elevation and we're rolling. And I love hanging out with Tony. He's so much fun. It's always, you know, it's just when you're hanging out with the guys, you know how it is. It's just, you have these memories in life. And I love filming the single track and filming the rides. So I can remember these incredible events in my life. It's and there's my buddy Ed. He is finally done too. He's a heck of a rider as well. He's on a 500 KTM, and he was trucking, but I mean we were just pushing, and I just couldn't stop. I had to stay just tucked into these guys and probably going a little faster than I normally do, and probably taking a couple more chances, but this was one of those times where all of a sudden that brown line was in front of you and it was wet, and I knew I'm not going to get a chance like this again for, I don't know, you know, maybe it happens tomorrow, maybe it happens 10 times more this year, maybe it doesn't happen for another 2 years, but when you have conditions like this, you just got to ride and just enjoy it. But I kind of go into this white room, I call it. It's like a meditative state when I ride stuff like this, and it just, your breathing, your heart rate, everything is in sync. You know, it's like every corner you're looking up and through, and it's just so much fun. Really great time. The other thing that's so crazy is this group that we're riding with. It's called the Circus. So a couple years ago, they called me up and they said, listen, dude, you're going to be part of the circus. And I go, okay, so does that mean I'm a clown? They said, yep, you're a designated clown. I was like, okay, all right. They said, you don't really have a choice in the matter. We want you to be part of the crew. And these guys, actually, there's 3 of them up in the front. There's 2 guys on YZ 250s, other guys on a Beta, but man, they were ripping super fast. They're always hanging it all out there, and I just can't do that because one of the guys, I've found him knocked out on the ground multiple times, Trigger. Funny as hell, but he just goes for broke, and he just, you know, he gets all concussed and doesn't know where he is, and seems to always know his name, so that's good, but he just keeps going. And but you know, the times that we have when we gather back together, you know, we start talking, we laugh so much, it's crazy. And then after the ride or before the ride, we're just laughing nonstop. I went home after this ride and I realized my stomach hurt, not from the ride, but from the laughter. It's just the camaraderie is so cool. The vibes of the group are so positive. I've actually brought the clowns down. I had, I think, 6 or 7 of them out of like 20 guys. They came down to Guatemala and rode, did a race with me and stuff, and they loved it. You know, I brought them to California, and they were just head over heels and just positive energy, hanging out with good people. You know, you go through your week at work, and you know, I have fun at my work. I'm actually a realtor. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, because I don't really talk about it, but I'm a broker here in Las Vegas. But you know, you get back on the weekend, and it's just, you know, everybody comes from these different backgrounds, and we have so much fun together. It's just the dudes out riding dirt bikes, just keeping it real. You know, it's doing guy stuff. So it's just so much fun. So I'm so very grateful for that in my life. And, you know, it's like I keep saying at every video, I plan to do this for a long time and just keep turning on the throttle. All right, guys. Well, we're getting towards the end here, so, you know, as usual, I gotta say, if you got this far and you're not subscribed to my channel, you need to join the family. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back. It's great to have you here. I know you're passionate about riding single track and enduro, and just getting out and having a great time. The way this sport has evolved since I got into it. I think I got on a dirt bike again at 38. I'd ridden as a kid, but I got back on again at 38. Just, working on my skill, working on my fitness. It's just such an incredible part of my life now, riding dirt bikes. I love it. It's just a complete passion. And the friendships, the places we go, just awesome. You can do this worldwide. Like I said, those kids are riding in Nepal. They're riding in Thailand. I know people are riding everywhere. I've seen hard enduro guys from Iran, and Guatemala's loaded with them. El Salvador's loaded. Everywhere. Mexico's loaded with hard enduro guys. It's so much fun. But yeah. All right. Well, if you see me out on the trail, say hello. It's kind of cool. You guys always do. People are like, Stanley King, I watch your channel. I really appreciate it when you say hello. It's just awesome. So, all right, guys. Well, roll on the throttle. Hopefully you'll have an awesome wet day like this as well. And hopefully when that happens, we'll see you out on the trail. All right, guys. Later.